If you've been suffering with a tight IT band down the outside of your leg, in today's video I'm going to show you how to treat it with one of these, a massage gun. Now if you don't know who I am, my name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to be showing you how to treat a tight ITB with a massage gun. Now, the ITB is a structure that lives down the outside of the thigh. It's basically a thick, tough band of collagen which runs from the hip all the way down to the outer knee. Basically, its job is to keep the structure of the leg. It also provides an attachment point for different muscles, so it's very important for keeping our legs in good nick. Now, the problem with the IT band is it can feel like it gets tight, and this can especially be the case for runners and for cyclists and for people who walk a lot. And tight IT bands can cause problems like IT band friction syndrome, which is a condition of the knee where it causes pain on the outside of the knee. It can cause problems with the hip where the muscles around it become tight, and it can also just cause a sensation of tightness down the outside of the leg. Now the problem with this is there are a lot of myths around what we can actually do with the ITB. Now the IT band is such a thick band of tissue that it's a myth that it's possible to massage it or stretch it. But don't worry yet, because we can still use one of these to relieve the symptoms associated with problems with the ITB. So the IT band itself actually has the tensile strength of steel. It's one of the toughest structures in the human body. So that means that even though it feels like the IT band can be stretched or that it needs a good stretch, it's actually impossible to do so. We just don't have the force available to us, and we'd do ourselves a hell of a lot of harm if we tried to stretch the IT band. Something else would rupture before we actually were able to stretch it. Now that doesn't mean you can't relieve symptoms there. And the reason for this is that although we can't stretch the IT band or work on it with a massage roller or something like that, we can stretch and treat the areas that it attaches to. So there are three major muscles that attach to the IT band, and what I'd recommend you do if you have one of these is you target your treatment not on the IT band itself, but on the muscles it attaches to. So before I show you how to treat a tight IT band, I just want to give a shout out to this little tool here. This is the Bob and Brad Q2 mini massage gun. It's one of my favorite massage guns for treating problems like this. It's perfect because it would fit in a travel bag and it still packs a punch even though it's tiny. So the first thing I would do to treat IT band tightness is to find somewhere comfortable to sit. This might replicate your sofa at home, which is the perfect place to do this treatment. And as we said, the IT band runs from the hip up here down to the outside of the knee. And you can find it by feeling the outside of your leg and feeling a dip just underneath your lateral thigh muscle. We call this the vastus lateralis, and next to it we have the IT band, and this muscle here attaches to the IT band. So when we're using one of these little toys, what we're going to do is not target the IT band, but target the muscle instead. So I'll show you how that would look. I'll just expose a little bit of my thigh there so you can see it. And I would use probably a flat head and about a medium intensity here. And what we want to do is find this muscle bulk here, probably starting about a quarter of the way down the thigh, and then working our way down with a firm pressure towards the knee. And I can feel that quad on me is quite tight in certain areas. Some areas feel sore, other areas feel comfortable. And what you're going to try and do is search around that outer quad for the areas that feel the most tight. And if you find an area, you might just focus on it with a circular motion to try and help it relax. Now I'm putting a firm pressure down, but I'm not forcing the massage gun into my leg. I'm not trying to give myself pain. I'm not trying to bruise myself. I'm just trying to use it to ease away some of the tension. Now what we're not doing at any time is we're not going down onto the IT band itself. Now if we were to do that, that would just cause pain and it wouldn't actually do much in terms of relief. Because the IT band's so tough, we can't really manipulate it. We have to manipulate the muscles it attaches to. So I'd focus on this muscle for about 3 minutes, and then I'd move on to the next muscle that it attaches to, which is up in the hip. So the next thing we're going to do when we're targeting a tight IT band is to target the tensor fasciae lata, which is a tiny little muscle which lives just on the outside of the hip here. And to find it, you're going to go to your belt line and find a little bone on the front of your hip. So I can find mine there, and we call that the ASIS, or the anterior superior iliac spine. And then the TFL, the muscle we're targeting, is about 2 inches down and 1 inch out, and it feels like an egg. So it's an egg-shaped muscle on the outside of your leg. To check if you found it, you're just going to move your leg up and down, and you should feel something contract on the outside of the leg. So that there is the spot we're going to treat. It ends up being about 2 inches below my belt line. So again, I'm going to switch on the massage gun with a flat head, although it would also be useful to use one of the sharper heads for this one too, because you can get a bit deeper into it. A nice firm pressure, and just target it on that TFL muscle there. Now what I want to do here is I want to stand on my opposite leg so that the leg I'm treating is free. And I'm going to raise up the leg I'm treating, and as I do so, I'm going to keep that pressure on the TFL. So as you can see here, the massage gun is treating, and as I move the leg, I'm getting a deeper massage into the TFL, and I'm finding parts of the muscle that I wouldn't be able to find if I was just doing it at rest. So I would call this a myofascial release, because we've got some movement happening along with the massage. And you don't need to do this for quite so long. You can do this for about a minute, and then your leg will probably feel tired, but that muscle there should feel looser. It should feel like it's been released. And this is a great tool to use to do that. And then the final thing we're going to do is we're going to treat the glutes at the back of the hip with one of these again, because these muscles also attach to the IT band. And if we have tight glutes, then we're going to have a tight IT band as a result. So again, we find the glutes by finding the upper part of the buttock muscle. You can check if you've got the right place, because you'll move your leg and again you'll feel something contract on the outside of the hip. And we're going to do something similar for the glutes as we just did to the TFL. So we're going to switch on our massage gun, again with the flat head to begin with. Pop it onto the glute there, and instead of moving the leg this time, we're just going to rock off that leg. So we're standing on the opposite leg, a bit of pressure into the muscle there. And I like to just do a kind of circular motion into that muscle, into sort of the belly of it. Okay, so we're looking again for tight spots. We're trying to put a little bit of pressure into it like that. Again, you could use a different head on your massage gun, but you'll notice that all of the points of treatment here are below the belt line. Okay, we're not going up into the back. I don't really like people using these for backs, so only below the belt, please. So again, we're going to target, I can feel it's quite tight there, so I'm going to target that for about 30 seconds, pick a new spot and then move again. And you might do a grand total of about 2 to 3 minutes on your glutes. So it's a couple of minutes doing it on your quad, 1 minute doing it on this little TFL here, and then 2 minutes on your glutes. And after that 5 minutes of work, you should note that your IT band feels a lot better than when you started. So I hope that's made sense. If you want to grab yourself one of these, I have left a link in the description for anyone interested. I do really recommend this product. And if you want to get more from me, you can pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50, and you can find it on Amazon using the link below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you on the next video.